the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Ebi ababe kan Nsem-Pii TV nsa ya free the 5 northern regions. Northern Upper East, Upper West, Savannah, and Northeast. Ya free regional officers of the NDC in the 5 northern regions. And now omonsa eshe secretary yase. Ya almost secretary Abdul Nasser Adam Afuru. Na krata no tipa eda krata no so say, is it a case of too little too late for the NDC in the 5 northern regions? Ninyina as a result of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aprobo ya all in the 5 northern regions. Wako Upper East, wako Savannah, wako Northern, wako Northeast. She said yaka the Upper West region. And now aka for the vice president to embark on his campaign tour. And no na NDC mpanimfo yam say omo hunu bibi nti omo de kratai ababeto abonten a krata ne mu nsem abeka yensa ye bekenka kire. Omo say we will all recall our earlier communique dated November 23, 2023, where we drew the attention of the National Council and the national executives of the NDC to the fact that we were gradually losing grip on the 5 northern regions to Dr. Bawumia and the MPP. And tikrata ne mu na mpanimfo no kire say national executives of the NDC and after the National Council ebe kaya omo di kan de krata aba omo aso ye afie twa mu November da to so aduonu miensa ya na omo twi National Council and national executives adwene dia siso say kakra tumi an ekura the NDC e the 5 northern regions no free one sa ni nyina Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia adwuma oye edema the New Patriotic Party and omo say in the write-up targeted at the leadership of the NDC, we identified what we say is the growing influence of the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, in strategic places in the 5 northern regions where the NDC has traditionally held as their strongholds. We asked questions about the causes of the sudden slump of NDC vote from 2016 till date. Why our policies were becoming the playground for the MPP. Why our chiefs had been pandering to the desires of the MPP. And why the MPP had been able to set the agenda in all our policies using Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And to much them was akrata no much de come National Council no. Na omo twen panimfo adwene de asiso. Said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia power ekra na influence ekra no ha NDC vote do omunya in the 5 northern regions. Na afi so omo say twen panimfo adwene asiso say edi enti na from 2016 eba NDC votes eye wo 5 northern regions no eso tia na eti edi enti na omo ahemfie aba ye bia His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne the MPP ebowura hono anytime ekwaje animonyam e free the NDC system. These were some of the questions na omubusa e wakate and omuchire mu say we caution that what we needed as a party and as a people was to do an introspection in a dispassionate and sober manner. We NDC were to look into ourselves as a party and find out what we were not doing well. What relationships have we developed with our policies? On the 12th of August 2022, the Council of Elders of the 5 northern regions discussed this matter amongst many others and came out with a beautiful working document. The document diagnosed the problems, proposed solutions, and implementation strategy. But what did we do with that document? There is something we as NDC were not doing well. We were not building the needed relationships as required. We were not strengthening our collaboration with key stakeholders, including our policies. We were not predicting the MPP and foiling their strategies when we had the capacity to do so. But for now, the situation has worsened. The tax, now as we speak, seems like a lost cause, looking at the giant influence MPP's flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has gotten on our one-time stronghold. We can no longer deceive ourselves into thinking that Bawumia is a mere pushover when exclusive report from party executives on his campaign tour here is clear for all to see. And the benefit of Omutumi Nkoswa na da omu bio enka say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a mere pushover. The campaign tour ya waba in these 5 northern regions. Various constituencies, various regions, executives a woho at the exclusive report at the Abre party na mama who say enyoma ejigu, enyoma say, enyoma kwachiri at the NDC in the 5 northern regions. Almost say, can we blatantly deny evidence-based report of many of our polling station executives declaring their support for Bawumia and joining him and the MPP in person on tour to our regions? No, say, enkwasi da ben na omo bekọ so no apo evidence ya say even now obo polling station executives, NDC polling station executives openly declare support for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Campaign our buy in the 5 northern regions, majority of our polling station executives and in person omo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nam edo won afra MPP. They can't blatantly deny that evidence. Almost say, we all witnessed majority of our members, both young and old, donning Dr. Bawumia branded t-shirts and paraphernalia, hugging and waving him, riding motorcycles and horning on our roads and streets to welcome his entry into our respective regions. And almost say, you also among your polling station executives, among your branch executives, among your regional executives. Omunyina ehubi. Bra, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in these 5 northern regions. A kwanya supporters of NDC. A fasotete motorcycle, so baben, p, agigi t-shirt ya. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia picture, any ni din gumo. Ninyina omuhubi. And to be a no more between deny those facts. Almost say, even our revered 10 students in our tertiary institutions couldn't hold on to the temptation but join in when he connected with the youth in our regions. In our various churches and mosques, religious leaders praised and prayed for his victory. Is that not a cause for concern for the leadership of the NDC, who knows that the 5 northern regions have been our stronghold since time immemorial? Almost all our leaders in Zongo communities, from Walewale to Damango, from Damango to Tamale, from Tamale to Tolensi, from Tolensi to Baligatanga, praise its impact in our Zongo communities. Is that too not a cause for concern and worrying signs for the leadership of the NDC? What do we have to say again when in our revered palaces? 1. The overlord of Gonjaland, Yagbonwura B. Kunutu Jewu Swali, confessed that he believes that the flag bearer of the MPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is on the path of becoming the president of the country, when the vice president called on him during his campaign tour of the Savannah region in Damango, when in a speech read on his behalf by the Pembewura, I quote, "This is from the overlord to you," remarked the Pembewura. "You say it is possible. Yes, it is possible that you will be the president of Ghana. You are my son, and consider yourself as a son of Gonjaland. May your dreams be fulfilled. I assure you, of my blessings and support as the overlord of the Gunjala. These were the exact words from Yagbonwura B. Kunutu Jewu Swali. Is that not a cause of concern and a worry for the NDC's leadership in Accra? Number 2, Nduna Nayiri Nabuhugu Abdullahi Sheriga, the overlord of Mamprugu, assured the vice president and flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, of the entire Mamprugu full support in the forthcoming general elections, where Nayiri also expressed strong belief in the ability of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to turn Ghana fortunes around as president. The Nayiri, who doubles as the president of the Northeast Regional House of Chiefs, made these same remarks when Dr. Bawumia called on the chiefs as part of his regional campaign tour in Narugu. I again quote, "I am deeply persuaded that you have it in you to carry out the task ahead. You can rise to the challenge and uphold the good name of Ghana and make her greater and stronger," Nayiri stressed in a speech read on his behalf at a meeting with Dr. Bawumia. Moreover, the Mamprugu overlord praised Dr. Bawumia for his significant role as vice president and his contributions to both the community's development and the nation, and assured him of the people's support in his bid for presidency. So, apart from the overlord of Gojaland, the overlord of Mamprugu also gave his best wishes to the NPP's flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, to become the president of this country. Again, we ask, is that not a serious cause of concern for the NDC, who have almost always touted the 5 northern regions as their stronghold? When these noble traditional rulers, this embodiment of the Northern Traditional Council, come out to openly declare their support for NPP's flag bearer and also pray for his victory against the NDC's flag bearer, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Once more, the overlord of Dagbon, Yana Abubakari Mahama II, also praised the competence, diligence, and humility of the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, describing him as a man bound for greatness. I again quote, "Your achievements cannot be mentioned without outlining your zealous contribution to couple the efforts of the president to resolve the protracted Dagbon crisis. Today, we have peace in Dagbon as we expected, and we owe it an obligation to appreciate your efforts in realizing this feat. Dagbon is forever grateful to you, Alhaji Dr. Bawumia. Your exceptional humility is wealth emulating and makes us proud of you. You have not departed from the training your elders gave you." This also came from the overlord of Dagbon, Yana Abubakari Mahama. What this all shows is that almost all our overlords have already confessed their blessings on the NPP's flag bearer, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, just as what happened when Isaac blessed Jacob instead of the elder son Esau. Let's ask ourselves this simple question: how did the NPP garner so much support here over time, if not for the influence of Dr. Bawumia over these years? This is exactly what prompted us to issue the first communique last year. But as things stand now, unless something unnatural happens, the NDC is headed for doom in the 2024 elections. Just look at the numbers that followed Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia across the 5 northern regions during his campaign. This cannot be said to be biased NPP supporters. We can testify that some of our members, majority of them per records, have crossed carpet to join Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the NPP. And to weigh any crata a free regional officers of the National Democratic Congress in the 5 northern regions, Savannah, Northeast, Upper East, Upper West, and a northern region. Ya nipa ne nsasha sie eyo secretary Abdul Nasser Adam Afolu. Ya oye regional officer of the NDC in the Savannah region. Say yam fan konkoma NDC 24. Ya moten crime. Say omukura evidence ya ye kire say omu members no omu san in the 5 northern regions. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign to our back in the 5 northern regions. It is so clear for everybody to see. Na nanoma trankonya penifo ahemfo 43 ya ewo semu mantam nyina e declare omo support e de omo nhira e ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said ye Isaac e de nhira e ma Jacob instead of Esau. Ya so ma hwe it is becoming too little too late. E bedu baby no omo ya ho hwia enye yi. Into omo earlier communique ya omo de bre party no penifo in November 2023 and omo say timo bion say enyoma akoso be na watwe ekeka na watwe mienu in the 5 northern regions should be a cause of concern and worrying signs for the leadership of the NDC and the Council of Elders in Accra. Say ni manimu ya omo pe bibi nye in the 5 northern regions anya sa dia de ekeka kuri they may end up losing all the 5 northern regions to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the MPP. Say, se bomochichi efiri nso ase beka kire ose de nchemawu a yeyin akini we die enye MPP na ye propaganda but krata efiri omo ankasa NDC aso ye ya ye kire se ennioma emu aye din e dia ma wo pa e wo ba bia na nke ye omo one time stronghold the 5 northern regions. Yeah, something should be done immediately. What will, and yes, your question from Nsem-Pii said, what will the National Council and the National Executives of the NDC do in the 5 northern regions to change the dynamics? You are saying some work at any year or my year from 2023 or more responded to Nsem-Pii say, or more who say, the kind of influence you cry His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Said the Nipasi Penofa, said the Nipasi Donofa. Omoya Hoya. Inya de they've left everything to Mother Nature for Mother Nature to decide because the charisma that His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia assumes when he storms the 5 northern regions. And there is nothing any human on the surface of this earth can ever do. It is God ordained. And no, and a year join the 5 northern regions here, nay, regional officers of the NDC in the 5 northern regions. And this are Krate Abba. Yeni di Krata Yechi, response to be a befin penny for what baby. Trust in Nsem-Pii TV. Yeni bebre yeti for Yadofonia.
Much, Mr. President. Your Excellency, you are welcome. I'm Ketiu Paramount Chief. We all agree in life, health is much of important than any other thing. Actually, listen to whatever that goes on in your tour or your previous movement, whatever happened. But at times, what we say about certain things, I feel like it's not giving much credit as it's supposed to be. There's one important thing I've always seen, that it is as big and it is very huge, and it is saving our life than any of all these projects that we go around, including free SHS. Is the drone system. We don't always pay attention. At times, imagine a village like Ketiu and we are short of drugs, and the drug is supposed to come from Accra or Tamale or where. Our road is also bad. You can imagine with this drone system, what it has done for us. But we are all hailing free HSS. It's a good policy, but health is wealth. So, Your Excellency, in as much as we want our dam to be constructed, you already have a legacy by bringing the drone system. Thank you very much.